What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Khalil back here for another video, man. And today we reacted to Fresh finally leaves Myron. He left Myron Gaines, yo. I always knew this was about to happen. Shit, man. Let's just go ahead and get into the video, though. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I knew this was going to happen. Let's see.
Fresh start. I just see the channel. As you guys can see the new whole new name, a fresh start.
We all like sports dynasties.
It's called a fresh start because his name is Fresh and it's a new start.
But unfortunately, they all come to the end. The Patriots are not what they were after Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers. The 80s and 90s 49ers are no longer what they were back in the day, and neither are the 1990s Cowboys, and neither are the Los Angeles Lakers. Time definitely brings about a change, and things happen, and people move on. People break up. People get older, and they drift apart. And nobody has drifted apart like the Fresh and Fit podcast. And I want to prove to you that Fresh is really going his own separate way. Fresh, if you didn't know, has changed his YouTube name from The Fresh Prince CEO to a new YouTube channel called A Fresh Start. And we're going to get into why he changed his name.
Bruh, I knew he was going to do this, y'all. From y'all people that was commenting in the other video, bro, I knew he was going to split off from Myron. I just knew it.
Name from Fresh Prince CEO to A Fresh
You even
Start.
look
And
comfortable.
there are a few different reasons why Fresh is now starting his own podcast without Myron Gaines. Reason number one, Walter, aka Fresh, is looked at as if he is a dummy and doesn't contribute.
So Fresh is not like a threat. Fresh is tiny. Fresh is really a nobody, right? He's being carried and he's drooling as he's being carried.
I'll be really honest with my take. No disrespect to Fresh, but like smart wise, you know, like talking topic wise, you feel me? And intellectual wise, you feel me? Not to dump on Fresh. Myron was literally cooking with every topic that he would be talking about. Intellectually. You know what I'm saying? He does sound ignorant on some topics, but when he be talking about girls and really explaining that mess, when Myron be breaking it down, you feel me? I'm not gonna lie. Myron be cooking. When Fresh starts speaking, he would say like some gibber a little bit, you feel me? Sometimes I'll get where Fresh is coming from. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt right there. You know, sometimes I do get where Fresh is saying, what he trying to say at times, even when he'll be going back and forth with another girl. But it was at a time where Fresh was messing with a girl and Myron was like protecting him more than anyone else that then Fresh could defend his own self. You feel me? Those type of instance is like, okay, bro, you can't leave Myron, gang, because if you didn't have Myron there, you couldn't even defend yourself. You know, you couldn't even have a talking point for yourself. So I do get it where people are coming from, talking about, you know, Fresh is not really you know, intellectual. You can't really talk whole topics or points like Myron, and I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree with that, but that's not to, you know, downplay on Fresh's you know, his smartness.
He's literally being drooling into the finish line, being dragged.
Not personally.
And it's ridiculous because he takes 50%. That should be illegal for like Myron staying after hours. After the after hours, 10 hours to set up a show, and he's always working around the clock, and no one says shit. The Fresh is just paying strippers and doing nothing. And
I mean, shit. I mean, he is paying for the strippers. That is one thing he is doing. How am I gonna get all them girls if you know what I'm saying?
his networking is, hey, I have a clout from Myron.
I don't care who you are or what you are. If you honestly feel that you're a part of a duo and people devalue you and they believe that one person does all the work and you don't do any of the work, it's going to bother you. I mean, look at Eric Bieniemy, the former offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. He felt the same way. Like, hey, everybody thinks that Andy Reid is the one doing everything on the offensive side of the ball. I need to go and prove myself somewhere else since I can't get a head coaching job. Well, we know how that worked out for Eric Bieniemy, right? One and done in the Washington Commanders, and then the next year, one and done as the offensive coordinator in UCLA. He did a terrible job both years. And his time, well, basically for being a head coaching candidate is done. But Fresh is also tired of that. I think that a part of Fresh wants to prove that he can achieve a lot without Myron. Reason number 2, demonetization. While Myron is the one with the business acumen and the discipline.
Now, this one right here is really true, okay? Because Myron just went off the rails. Like, I used to be watching Fresh and Fit a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying? And then he just started going off the rails. And what I mean by the rails, bro, just start talking about some other stuff that didn't have nothing to do with anything at all. That, you feel me? He started getting kind of political, and he started talking about, J-word, this and this and that. And they own this mess. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about them. You feel me? And he started just going off the rails. And it was just all the way off about women. You know what I'm saying? I like how when he talks about women at times. Sometimes the dude come off in a way like he kind of hates women, but he just makes a lot of sense what he be saying. You feel me? Like, I get where he's coming from, but when he started going off the rails and started talking about some other stuff that didn't have nothing to do with nothing, and you can't be talking about that, it just didn't make sense to me. And now that makes sense for Fresh to leave. And Fresh didn't even look comfortable talking about them type of subject matters.
Myron also is the hothead, and he has different interests than Fresh, and that interest is running his mouth about things he can't change and participating in a great deal of hate speech. We already know that Myron is the reason why Fresh and Fit got demonetized.
Most
Fresh's
definitely.
Income. But now Myron's behavior has gotten them demonetized on all their platforms. On X, for example.
God.
Let's look at this. On December 31st, the AF Post said, Myron Gaines and Fresh and Fit have had their verification badges removed along with monetization after criticizing Musk's stances on H-1B visas. Now, if you go to the Myron's page, he has a big following, but there is no badge. If you go to the Fresh and Fit podcast, there is no verification badge. But shout out to brother LTTV. He pointed out something that was interesting. If you go to Walter Weeks, you see the check mark, which means not only is he a verified account, he is also monetized on X. And this means that he can continue to make money on X while Myron and his content cannot. And the reason for that is Elon Musk looks at Fresh and Fit as different entities. Now remember, on YouTube, Fresh and Fit got demonetized all around. So Fresh's YouTube channel got demonetized, Myron's channel got demonetized, and everything they had together got demonetized. Which means that Walter doesn't have any opportunity, as long as he is dealing with Fresh, to do anything financially on YouTube. And let me just say like this, he's not gonna go and get a job again. He's not gonna go back into the private sector. This is his life, and he has to make it work. And the only opportunity that he has to make it work is to start a brand that is different from Myron. Number 3, Myron wanted to branch off and do other podcasts without Fresh first. So Myron is the one that basically threw the first stone. Now, Myron decided that he would go in with a few other people and do a podcast because he had different interests outside of talking about women. I don't know why he felt that people wanted to hear his opinions on geopolitics and, immigration issues.
I have no idea,
he
bro.
would. And he decided to get together with a few guys. These guys were going to be Nick Fuentes, Myron, and Sneeko.
That's terrible too.
I think we're building a new. I think we're building a new alternate connection. I was talking about this with. I said I have nothing to say, but this is a good note to end on. Is working on this project with Fuentes, Sneeko, and Myron. Now we're working on this together, and we're talking about studios and PD and everyone.
Fresh ain't nowhere near to be a part of that.
We all have money. We're all pretty much set, and We're all in a good position.
Yeah.
So we're not really needing to work together to gain money. Of course, we can all get, if we
we
gain
always
more
want
money,
more money,
great.
but we don't need it. That's why we can say it would be controversial.
No one needs it at this point. No one needs to make any money.
Elijah was going to host the podcast. He put all this time and effort into it. He invested thousands of dollars of his own money out of pocket, set up the studio. I mean, this was going to be big for him. This is for Elijah to host it, be a big deal for him because it's going to be a big show. It's like, and Sneeko pulls out at the last second and totally crushes the whole thing.
But unfortunately, this podcast
He didn't want to be a part of that, bro.
It crumbled before it even started.
You do not want to be a part
So
of
that
that.
podcast was over, and that opportunity was over. Number 4, Fresh doesn't want to talk about geopolitical things because, number 1, he has no real interest, and it also can get him demonetized.
But you don't like
It just don't make no
controversial
sense.
content that much, huh? Cost money is the problem.
There's no point to it.
Cost money. I mean, it's...
Listen, I'm all for the truth, but like, reality speaking, once it gets shut down, no one cares.
Yeah, I know it's tough. Because, like,
They're going to shut you down at some point.
stuff gets banned and stuff, so it's...
I'll put you in
tough.
Like, literally, bro. You start talking about that, listen, like, they will shut you down. You start saying some stuff, bro. I literally started a YouTube channel, bro, like, my first YouTube channel. And that shit got... I still have a strike on that mess to this day. Like, it's done. Like, I don't got no... I had to create a whole new channel. You know what I'm saying? Just because I wasn't on some exposed type stuff, but I think I was going a little too hard. You feel me? And I wasn't even being racist. Nothing. You feel me? But once you start talking about that stuff and you're going a little too far and you get some reports on you, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's all the way over.
Corner.
It's,
you are not going to find that. My shit is not there no more.
Getting pulled. And I I said, I like to talk to all kinds of extremist content, not like, but people don't like that.
The problem is, bro, is that like sponsors don't want it, companies don't want it.
Of course they don't want that.
Health insurance
I
again?
ruin your
Covered
money. That's why I'm saying, like, why would you even want to do that type of content? Because that would just block you from making money with different companies, right? Different endorsement deals and stuff like that. And if you talking crazy like that, all these people looking at you like, bro, how we gonna make some money? You being like crazy towards these people, you know,
California.
like
They
it
help with the
just
cost.
it really doesn't
and
make any
most of their
sense.
silver level
It's not a smart
Platforms don't
business
want it.
move.
So at some point, you're going to be in a corner by yourself.
Fresh would
Exactly.
rather talk about things that he's comfortable with, like girls, picking up chicks, very basic, silly things like that, which that's where he's at in his life, okay? He's like a guy who likes to go out, talk, drink, deal with chicks who are in the porn industry, deal with OnlyFans girls. That is what Fresh's life is around, and that's what he really wants to deal with. Things that are fun, things that are
Basically.
not controversial, and things that lead to booty clapping sounds. Number 5, Fresh starts his own podcast and rebrands it, and it calls itself A Fresh Start.
But the point is that, like, it's gonna be a brand new start, and I can't wait for you guys to see today's episode and an episode on Saturday actually, or Friday, whatever day we do it, with some other special guests.
The question is, a fresh start from who? You see, the reality is Fresh needs a fresh start from Myron.
He said
and
a fresh
all of the
fit-
people
fresh
that
start
don't
from
like
who?
Fresh that are associated with Myron. Myron is toxic. Myron is not fun. Myron is full of hate. Myron is full of vitriol. And see,
Yeah, like really though, to like a real good question, like where did all of this like animosity build up and hate come from, like in Myron to just start talking about like stuff like that? Like that's my number one question. Like where did that come from, man? Like it was doing so good, and I like Fresh and Fit, you know? Fresh and Fit was pretty cool. You feel me? I like the way how they like broke down things with women and stuff like that, like with the Kevin Samuels and shit like that. It was really cool. You feel me? And it just went all the way left from there. Like, boy, like what the fuck? Like what is going on? You feel me? So I I don't know. Myron came out of nowhere with that mess. I'll be honest.
That's not what Fresh is about.
That shit did
Fresh
not
wants
make
to make
no
money and
sense.
spend it all on women and have fun. He's a lively guy. And to be honest, although
Look
that
at
Fresh,
this man,
in my
Fresh.
opinion, is a person who is a sellout, I hope that he can get some kind of resolution with this. I think
But Fresh is like the number one guy that I know. Like, if Fresh loses his money, he won't have nothing else to offer to get a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, these women that Fresh is with, and they be on this red pill stuff. He gotta do red pill on his. Cause let's be honest, he has all this money and all, you know what I'm saying, Louis V and all, you feel me? But could he really pull this girl if he didn't have all of this? That's a real good question. You feel me? And I'm not even trying to get on Fresh. I'm not even trying to hop on his top. You feel me? Or, you know, make fun of him. But could Fresh really pull this type of woman if he wasn't tricking like crazy like that? Could he really pull that woman without tricking so damn much? You feel me? And just throwing money. Cause if all you got is just money to offer, you don't got no, you know what I'm saying? You don't look strong, big, whatever. Cause half the damn time what Myron be talking about and saying and going off of this, he describing this motherfucker right here. To be honest, that's why I'm like, I don't even get how they're even attacked. Cause I look at Myron, you know, he fire rage, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to take care of himself, you know what he doing, but he just got this hidden hating himself out of nowhere, you know. And I look at Fresh is just, I just want the huzz, man. I'll do anything for the huzz. You feel me? I'm gonna spend my money on the huzz. I'm gonna trick off of the huzz, you feel me? And it just give like this false accusation between like Myron and Fresh. Like Myron is this, and then Fresh is this. You feel me? So that's why I never seen them like being together for that long, because it looked like what Fresh does, Myron is like against per se what he says. You feel me?
a person who is a sellout, I hope that he can get some kind of resolution with this. I think that him leaving Myron, he's not going to be that interesting because nobody wants to listen to Fresh. But even without Myron, he has a better chance of making his own money without Myron, because $0, which is what he's going to get dealing with Myron, anything is better than that. So he has no choice but to go out on his own, and eventually they're going to break up for good. So God.
No, like, seriously, that's how I really feel. Like, I don't know what the Fresh Start is going to be about. I don't know if Fresh is going to, like, do just vlogs and some podcasting and about his life. He got a better chance just showing his lifestyle, what he does, and leading it on to, like, a Patreon or something like that for some more money for, like, behind the footage or behind the scenes and shit like that. You feel me? Rather than messing with Myron. You feel me? But that is what it is. I knew this was going to happen, man. But Fresh and Fit has had his all-time low, and this is probably not going to be a podcast anymore in 2025, man. But like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you guys are new. It's your boy Khalil, and I'm out, man. Peace.